You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time now for the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris. How you doing, Dan?
Hey, well, you know, another weekend has come and gone. We're looking at a brand new week filled with opportunities and great things to do in the greatest country ever devised by mankind in the history of mankind.
Yes, I'm excited.
A couple things to note here. According to me, Simon Cowell is 59 today. Simon has a birthday. I kind of like Simon Cowell.
I like him.
He climbs trees a lot. Did you know that?
Of course he does. I had no idea. How did he even come by this stuff?
It's part of his physical fitness plan is he literally climbs trees. That's how one of the ways he stays in shape.
One would think he could afford a gym membership.
You would think so, but
think.
I read an article that talked about how he really likes climbing trees to help stay in shape.
Interesting.
Alrighty.
Your friend and mine, Vladimir Putin.
It's his birthday, too.
66.
He doesn't have to climb trees.
He doesn't. He normally spends
when he shows up, the trees get out of the way.
He spends his birthday taking his shirt off and trying to kill moose and squirrel.
Not gonna lie, I kind of like Putin too.
Well, gosh, who doesn't? He helps us win elections.
Is that what it is?
And it was this day in 1988, and I'll bet you guys remember this because I sure do. Robin Givens, remember Robin Givens?
I remember her.
Filed for divorce after a lengthy 8 months of marriage to Iron Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that was ugly. I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
That was a messy
When
deal.
you first mentioned Robin Givens, for whatever reason, my brain was thinking Robin Leach.
My favorite part
of
that whole story, that marriage, everything else, filed for divorce after apparently he threw a little temper tantrum in their mansion and started throwing things out the window. Now, when you think things out the window, you think maybe he chucked a lamp, maybe some candlesticks. He threw an entire sofa out a second-story window.
Okay, yeah, that might be grounds for divorce.
Because he's Mike Tyson. It's like, okay, you say what you want. That's pretty impressive.
Can you help me move, Mike? Just saying.
At least he didn't hit her. I mean, he's throwing stuff. So what? He didn't hit her.
Have you ever wanted to throw a sofa out a second-story window?
After that happened, I did.
I'm just saying I've never wanted to up until this very moment in my life. Now I kind of want to try that.
It's like, can I pull this off? But it was 88, and he was Mike Tyson. There's probably no sweat off his brow, so there you go.
And I threw the mattress off the second story when we were moving once.
Yeah, you did.
I just want to make sure.
Mattress, and it is destroyed.
I just want to make sure we clarify. It wasn't because I threw a temper tantrum.
Threw the mattress out of the
house.
house.
So upset. I could just throw this mattress out the window.
No, it was not.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour on Sunny 93.3.
Before you know it, Christmas will be here. Are you ready? If you plan to use a credit card while shopping, make sure you have the very best credit card for you. It's free to click around and see what we can do for you at bettercreditcards.net. We have options from many different banks and different credit card companies who put out their best offers to earn your business. See if we can help you get a better credit card at bettercreditcards.net. Bettercreditcards.net. That's bettercreditcards.net.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks. Run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals, too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Ooh.
You all right?
Oh, morning, little Rangers. I'm good. There. You know, the old saying goes, a glass can be half full or half empty, and
yeah.
Seems to be half full of fireballs. Oh, hey, little Radio Rangers, gather around. We're going to talk about critters and some other, well, I guess legal things we need to hash out here this morning.
Legal things, huh?
Well, there's been a few changes in Ranger Dan world.
We'll follow you,
get to
Ranger
that
Dan.
in just a moment. You know, we talk about critters. We talk about camping, hiking, fishing, all the great outdoors because that's what we do. And I happen to be, of course, the world's top expert in that. So
nice.
We brought up a little bit about fishing just the other day. In fact, I think it was yesterday. We were talking about fishing, and Lord knows that walleye is the king of all the waterways of South Dakota. People come from around the world to snag into our walleyes here. And here's a few things about walleyes. Get to be that time of season. Walleyes bite better. They are far more active when things cool down a little bit, when things are overcast, when the water is choppy.
Nice.
Walleyes also come in far closer to shore at nighttime. I figured the nighttime kind of fishing. So what I brought up yesterday is because it's getting chilly, because you're going to get frostbite sitting out there in a boat all day long on a lake, or maybe you're shore fishing, a little thing called blast fishing that may not be illegal in most states and probably most of the world, and offered up the fact that for a limited time only, you can actually get your hands on a stick or two or a case or three. Ranger Dan, official TNT, brought to you by my Uncle Stump, who snagged it in the Korean War. It was manufactured in 1951, and it's really no big deal, except nitroglycerin apparently gets pretty unstable. So, I mentioned you can order on Amazon Prime. That apparently is not true, according to my good friends at the Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. Apparently, that's not going to happen.
It's taboo.
I've now changed the plates on my 2003 PT Cruiser 8 times, and yet they manage to dial me in whenever they seem to darn want to. I think it's an inside job. I'll look into it my own time. So until further notice, and because I am a solution-type guy and I do know people, you can pick up your Ranger Dan blast fishing equipment at my new good friends at Northview Bait and Tackle on North Kiwanis right here in Sioux Falls. What you do, you just roll on in, you ask for Matt. When Matt comes out, you just whisper, Storage Locker 13. It'll fix you up. As an added bonus, we have started a loyalty program over there, as now you can get pretty much all the Ranger Dan merch you want at Northview Bait and Tackle on North Kiwanis right here in Sioux Falls. Make sure you get yourself a Ranger Dan punch card from Matt, too. On your 10th visit, you'll get a free scoop of crappie minnows. That's a $3 value right there. So, involved and help me work this out. Dan, looking forward to another great week. Little Radio Rangers, you know the drill. Stay in school, go to church, say your prayers, eat your vegetables, don't be wearing Crocs, and what don't kill you just makes you stronger. Except for bears, they will kill you. Ranger Dan out? Yes, sir.
Bye, Ranger Dan.
Again, Ranger Dan's Critter Corner on Sunny 93.3.
If you have a drug problem, don't let it ruin your life. You can be in treatment as soon as tomorrow, and you can start to get clean in as little as 7 days. Take the first step to get drugs out of your life at timeforrehab.com. Your insurance may cover everything, so you really have nothing to lose. timeforrehab.com. Start your new life. You deserve it. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time now for Water Cooler Talk, brought to you by Aqua One. Mr. Dan Farris back in the studio, now wearing his investigative reporter jacket.
Well, I'm a serious journalist, John and Heidi. I think you know that's true. And I get a lot of inquiries these days when I'm just walking up and down the avenues, and I'll get, younger kids maybe just getting out of high school or whatnot. And they go, I would like to be an investigative journalist, too. Dan? I go, that's a boy. Okay.
Get that a lot?
Go to trade school. learn how to do something. Good Lord.
I think they should have a podcast.
This is kind of a little throwback, little retro story here. This past Friday evening, downtown Sioux Falls put together another very successful art and wine walk.
Oh, nice.
Over 20 locations through the downtown area, so it's growing in leaps and bounds. And in case you're not familiar, you just buy a ticket. In this case, it was like $20. And you just tour around the downtown area and stop at various vendors and whatnot and view arts and crafts and this and that and the other thing and
drink wine
and suck down vino. So
nice.
Yeah,
all right with
for
that.
$20, man, you get like 20 pops of wine, or you could buy it by the glass, sample it for free. And which leads me to this.
Okay.
As a younger man, if I was stumbling around downtown, it was a pretty good bet I'm going to be talking to law enforcement at some point. Now that it's turned into a cultural thing.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the deal. If you happen to be just a low-down drunk,
yeah,
just carry like gift bags from like Rayfeld's or one of the people at 8th and Railroad or something with you, and you just get a pass.
And you could keep your empties in there too.
You just get a pass.
Yeah.
It's a whole different deal. Which I think I've known for years. If you're sucking down 3-4 bottles of $20 wine every day, you don't have a problem. It's culture.
Oh,
right.
It's culture.
That's true.
That's what it is.
It's culture.
Yeah.
So, hey, Karen, just keep sucking it down. Yeah, woo! Your investment broker husband will be home in a couple days. It's going to be just fine.
So the sculpture walk was involved in this, or this is some completely
this is a
different
whole
thing?
different
all
deal.
different.
This is a whole different. There's a lot of art and culture going on down there all at once.
It's crazy.
That's amazing stuff. If you'd like to be involved in that, maybe let us know if you're going to do this next time, because I'd kind of like to go and just kind of set up my own little wine stand along the way, kind of like a lemonade stand.
Just buy it in. Well, that's essentially what you do. You stop here, get a pump, stop here, take a shot. Yep.
I want to get involved. I think this would be fun.
I think you have to have a business.
This is America, John. Nobody's stopping you. Do what you
We're
want,
just
man.
set up
This
a
is America,
table.
buddy.
I have a
Set up a
feeling they'll
table.
stop him.
You're going to stop me?
I said they'll stop you. Somebody will.
Somebody will.
Apparently, you'll be talking to law enforcement before the end of the year.
Well, I guess I won't do it. You guys ruin all the fun. I thought it was a good idea for a second there. Coming up here in just a moment, we have something that we do on Mondays. It's called the Maverick Recruiting Top Gun of the Week. We'll have that before you know it, and some entertainment news of the day to get to. It's all on the way on Sunny 93.3.
The average household has thousands of dollars in credit card debt. If you find yourself in that position and you're making minimum payments, you could be in debt for a long time. Make sure you have the very best card with the very best rates at bettercreditcards.net. We work with different banks and different credit card companies who put out their best offers to earn your business. See if we can help you get a better credit card at bettercreditcards.net, bettercreditcards.net. That's bettercreditcards.net.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time now for the Maverick Recruiting Top Gun of the Week. I was expecting Dan to do our little theme song there.
Dun, 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 dun.
So usually we hand this over to Heidi.
Right? I don't do
I
this
should have
today.
had Heidi do the theme song, because Dan's the one that's going to be doing all the hard
I
work.
should have. I apologize.
So
I dropped the ball.
You're going to help us with our Maverick Recruiting
Yeah,
Top
it was
Gun
just
this
a
week.
great experience. As you two are aware, my mother passed about a month and a half ago.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
all right.
Sorry to hear that.
She had a really, really nice, over the years, she liked jewelry.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, and she bequeathed that to me and my brothers and various grandchildren and whatnot. But there was one piece.
Yeah.
One piece. It was a ring. Everybody's going, I have never seen this in my life. Oh, yeah, me either. It's like, what's it? Because she had listed everything. She had done her due diligence and, made it simple. But this one little ring was just a mystery. And I said, hey, I know people. I'll have this looked into. And so it went in the console of my car for, a good 3 weeks.
Exactly where it should have been.
But
Safely stored.
I happened to be tooling down 49th up by Oxbow, and I looked up and I went, oh, okay, there's Thomas James. There's Tom Fahey's new place there in the little Oxbow Mall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Waltzed it in, asked for Tom. He came down. How you doing? Da-da-da-da-da, whatever. I said, well, here's the thing. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here, but I think it's like 100 years old. And it was so nice. He brought me back into the little mad jeweler lab place.
They've got some cool stuff back there.
Oh, I was just impressed. Puts it under the microscope and it shows up a big high-def flat screen, and I'm looking at it like larger than life. And
cool.
He's pointing little things out on it. He's going, okay, this stone blah, 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 was actually made in Italy, and yes, it's easily over 100 years old. And this and just gave me the whole breakdown, man, what it is, where it was from, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And got all said and done, and I've got all this information good to go. And I said, so what do you need? Because people charge for appraisals. And
right.
He goes, oh, no, my pleasure, Dan.
Oh, that was nice.
Okay, sorry.
What a guy.
Sorry to hear about your mom, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just wanted to talk Tom up. He's doing great things over there, and also is now partnered up with Bechtold downtown.
Yes.
So, yeah, they're doing some really nice things.
And one of the things that I want to make sure we contribute to the conversation with this, I did an interview with him about 2 or 3 weeks ago, right after the tornadoes blew through Sioux Falls.
Oh, that custom survivors pin. Yeah.
He came up with this really cool idea on how to maybe help raise some money for that fund, and they're selling these really cool pins. And I've had some folks after that interview reach out to me through Facebook thinking that we were selling the pins. We're not the ones selling them. You get them from Bechtold Jewelry downtown. If you do want to reach out to me, I'll make sure I connect you to the right place. But Tom is the one that designed that. So Thomas Fahey, and he's got Thomas James Jewelers. So he's the one that came up with the design. Really cool stuff.
Very cool.
So
he is our Maverick Recruiting Top Gun of the Week.
He'll be getting a professional certificate, a Sunny T-shirt, because who doesn't want one of those?
Will.
And a brand new card table. No, he won't.
And getting a brand new card from Dan Farris.
Take my breath away.
Two different.
Yeah, they're both in that movie.
Same movie.
This has been your Maverick Recruiting Top Gun of the Week. Big thank you to Maverick Recruiting. You can reach out to John at maverickrecruiting.com. They help put awesome people together with awesome jobs. So if you happen to be an awesome person or a company with an awesome job, reach out to maverickrecruiting.com.
If you can't have a drink without it leading to another drink and another drink, maybe it's time to get help. There are programs designed to help take alcohol out of your life for good at timeforrehab.com. Don't let a drinking problem spill over into other areas of your life. Get help to quit drinking and start living the life you truly deserve at timeforrehab.com. Your insurance may cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Celebrities.
Fabulous.
Oh, sometimes they just wear me.
It's tough keeping up, isn't it?
Oh, there's just so much. Oh, good Lord Almighty.
They live at a different pace, Dan.
Oh, where to start? Let's see. Justin Bieber.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Justin Bieber. It's kind of a dust up. There's some hubbubbery going. Yes, he just married his wife for the second
His ex-wife, yeah.
time.
They got married, then broke up, now back together.
Nice.
Okay. Responding. PETA is all over Justin.
Really?
What?
PETA. Well, I'm glad you asked because I have
You
my
got the
information
deets?
right here. The Animal Rights Organization has slammed the Biebs, slammed him, throwing shade at him over his decision to buy a couple of exotic kitties.
Really?
A couple of
What do they
exotic
care?
kittens. Well, they do care because they're saying, you know what? You rescue pets. You don't buy pets because you're just adding to the overbreeding and everything else. To which Justin says, this is really none of your business, PETA. How about you stop
Right.
killing all your animals, PETA? I'm like, what does that mean? I'm like, seriously? Stop killing your animals, PETA? What?
What's going on
This
there?
makes no sense to me. So I actually, this is going to shock both of you. I'm glad you're sitting down. I actually looked into it.
Are you serious?
I was as surprised as anybody.
Typically just make things up, but you looked into this
No,
one?
I did. I Google webbed the heck out of this whole darn thing. Apparently, PETA's been in hot water for years. In fact, there's been legislation and stuff written about their handling of their animals and the fact that and just a few years ago, they had euthanized over 80% of the animals.
What?
They had rescued over 80%.
Why?
Holy cow.
To which their director says, yeah, those are mercy killings. So the Biebs ain't half wrong. On the other hand, the Biebs has two little kitties, and he shelled out, are you ready for this?
Cats?
They're two little cats, but they're
Okay.
an exotic little breed. They kind of
right.
look like little tan snow leopards or something. They're kind of,
Oh, cool.
as we say in celebrity world, they're kind of adorbs.
Adorbs.
They're kind of adorbs.
Oh,
much?
adorbs.
So for the Biebs, it's just the huge. $35,000
What?
for two
Ever?
kitties.
Oh,
for-
my God.
Wait, is that for each cat?
No,
or
that's for the pair.
Well, that's a bargain.
It's a matching set.
It's like you buy one, you get one free, Heidi.
If
It's
you
a really...
put a little cup of milk on your front doorstep, you'll get them for free.
Don't
know,
judge the Biebs.
here's
Do
the
not
thing I
judge the
gotta tell
Biebs.
you.
Not the judge. I'm not siding with PETA by any means. I want to make that very, very clear.
Since
but that
we
is
moved-
ridiculous.
I don't know if you know this, Heidi. Since we moved about 3 months ago, we actually have a cat now. We've got maybe 2 or 3 and some rabbits.
Ain't $35,000 worth.
You could have gotten a really nice dog for that. I wonder if he's aware of that because I feel like he kind of got ripped off.
Insisted and you can buy a very nice home.
Yes, yeah.
That's double wide with a slab. And internet.
Oh, this is where you guys make me nervous
I
every
feel like
single
he got
day.
taken.
It's all subjective, but in the meantime, PETA and Biebs are going back and forth, and it's just, oh, golly.
A lot of
it's-
snapping
it's-
back and
it's
shade,
a
throwing shade.
mess.
Good Lord.
It's a mess.
Well, Dan, thanks for that up-to-the-minute report.
Yeah, like you say, it just exhausted the dickens out of me.
We're going to plug his computer in next week. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour right here on Sunny 93.3.